Hi, good evening, everybody, or good morning. Right now is December the 28th. It's a Tuesday. It's about 5:30 a.m. here in Turkey, and we're going to look at Bitcoin right now and just some alts in general that we'll talk about. Just to let everybody know, I'm on kind of a holiday slash small vacation right now. I'll be working part-time till January the 6th. Planning to head to Belgrade, Serbia soon, just for a small little vacation there. And then I'll be back January the 6th, full time, working very, very hard again. And because I'm on holidays, I decided to open up, as promised, the Discord group for monthly subscribers and to yearly subscribers as well, where you guys can just look at the link below, and the information's below, and then you'll be able to find out how to join. If you do sign up for the monthly, it's $50 a month. And if you sign up for yearly, it's still the same price at $600 a year, but you actually get my $450 course for free, which is a really good value because total it would be $1,050. Here you're getting them combined for only $600, so you save $450. And I've closed the group for more than 4 weeks already, so I decided to finally open it up. So I just wanted to get that out of the way. Make sure you guys are heading to my Twitter as well. Cool new video of my office that I put out, but more importantly, there's a $1,000 giveaway in Ethereum. All you gotta do is like the tweet, retweet it, and comment positively. That's it. It's just a small New Year's Eve giveaway that I decided to do for everybody for all the support and help that you've given me, which I really appreciate. So for the people interested in the Discord group, I'll keep it very short. It's not a signals group at all, but I do talk about all the positions that I do plan to take. So you can interpret the information however you please, right? Some people treat it as a signal group, some people treat it as a way to learn. But when I talk about the positions that I'm going to enter, I always talk about it from the perspective of why I'm going to do it, what are the reasons, my targets, my risk to reward. And a lot of people use that as a really good learning tool so they can develop their own strategies as well. On top of that, there's lots of short lessons that I post constantly. Lots of short lessons at 82 lessons now. Lots of long lessons as well, with very well narrated live trades that I post for the public and for Discord. My Bitcoin technical analysis channel that I give about 3-4 times a week. The analysis of what I'm posting. For example, right now, I told the group that I'm interested in longing Bitcoin if Atom breaks this channel, and I'm interested in longing Bitcoin breaks the channel, and I'm interested in longing Atom because I see a 15 RSI, it's actually 13 RSI, I meant to say. 13 RSI on the 30-minute chart, and it dropped 12.5%, but it's dependent on BTC's channel that we see. So just to give you a very detailed idea of exactly how I tell the group my intentions and what I plan to do. So it's a really good resource. It's a great community of people. It's generally very active. I have 2 moderators that help out with technical analysis and the channel itself, where I hire them and pay them a good amount to be sure that the channel is consistent and up to par with my standards, because I don't want to have a mediocre group. I want to make sure I have the appropriate help at all times, even though it costs a tremendous amount of money to hire 2 people to help me out, of course. So if you guys are interested, please do look at the link below. Signups are available till January the 6th, and I hope to see a lot of people in the group. Okay, 4 minutes is up. Let's start with Bitcoin, guys. Okay, so right now, Bitcoin, just to keep everybody on the same page and pretend that this is also my Discord group here. If you take a look at this red line here, okay, that red line is a resistance, as we can all see, this red one right there. Okay, if Bitcoin breaks out of this red line, it's going to imply it's going to break out of the channel actually. Okay, there's a channel in here. Probably much better, easier to see this right here if I draw it kind of like that. Okay, so on a short time frame, over the course of about 3-4 hours right now, Bitcoin's got a chance to rally, and because we'll keep it on a short time frame first for those day traders. And because it has a chance to rally, I like to Atom a lot because of this really symmetric move down. It's very symmetric, as you can see here. Bitcoin trends in that channel, Atom has a very nice support trend line. And from this up here to down here, it's actually moved 13%. Also, on top of seeing it on crypto Loom, I see that Atom is right there, okay? I see the oversold. A 30-minute chart has a 17 RSI. 15-minute chart has a 12 RSI. The buyers and the sellers, so this website's called Crypto Loom. It's a really good website that I highly recommend for people to take a look at. There's a monthly subscription of $30 a month, but what's really good about it is it gives you a column right here, okay? A column of every single coin that you can specify. It takes a lot of effort to learn how to use it, to be honest. And of course, there's data that everybody can see, but how we interpret that data is the most important, right? How we interpret it can be different than other people, and depending on that, that's how we're going to be able to make use of this website or not. So make sure that you're spending time in learning about RSI and volume increase, which will no doubt help you learn how to interpret this site right here, and it can help you find a lot of trades. So just as an example, it sorts it by RSI here. So I see a combination of 15 and 30-minute RSI that's under 30, or under 20 actually. So it's very, very powerful on top of a big move, okay? If you take a look at here, you see Atom actually moved the most, 12.45% in a 24-hour period, and it has the lowest RSI. This column here, the buyer and the seller, it takes the market depth of plus 5%, minus 5%. So it takes the bids and the asks, 5% on each side, and it tells you how many people are interested in buying versus selling short term. So what you're seeing right here is you're seeing this at 85.61% buyers. So there's a good chance this might bounce heavily. Another really cool feature is the volume, okay, the exchange specific volume. And just so you know, this was not a paid advertisement in any way. The Crypto Loom doesn't do anything for me. I just like using them because of its simplicity, but geared towards advanced users. So let's just say I go to Atom here. Okay, so I'm now in Atom. Okay, so I'm gonna go to not last 2 days, but last 6 hours, for example. See the last 6 hours, the volume has really increased. Actually, let's go to the last 3 hours. You see this? Went from minus 20 whatever percent there, 23.5%, up to 15%. So it's definitely increased in volume slightly, which takes, oops, sorry, my speakers are dying. So it takes a little bit of time, or sorry, effort to use the website that can help you find really good trades. So give me 1 second. I'm just turning on my speakers in case my alerts go off here. So we're seeing Bitcoin trend to the upside possibly now, right? So it's breaking out right here slightly. So you know it's gonna get a good rally very soon. So based off of my last technical analysis that I did, which I'll show you. So based on my last technical analysis here, I was talking about Bitcoin breaking out of the bigger channel, and will the bullish trend continue, okay? That's exactly what I was talking about. I'm not sure if I have the exact spot here, but I was calling the channel right here a resistance at the channel. I don't know if I even got to that point. There we go, somewhere here. So in my opinion, we might lull here. We might just kind of... Yeah, so I was talking about getting to the peak of one of these guys here. And right now, my Bitcoin prediction has been literally 100% accurate since I've been coming back. It's not to pat myself in the back or anything like that at all, guys. It's just to point out that I've been very accurate with Bitcoin lately. My demeanor has changed a lot with trading. I've been a lot more calm because of just being in Turkey, being a lot more stable. So we're going to catch up with Bitcoin here. We saw this channel trend in here, right? It was a very beautiful channel. It was hard to argue with it. Notice that in every channel I draw, there's some bear trapped regions and bull trapped regions as well. I don't ever try to draw it wick to wick. It's not my preference. I like to draw mine from kind of like in the middle of the body and the wicks to try to get the most accurate representation. So then I mentioned that when this bounce happened, I was wrong about one thing here. We were coming to this conclusion of a 618 golden ratio in that channel. Okay, we were lulling right here. I thought we were gonna bounce up and go, but that didn't happen. So what I said was that as long as it stays above here, I think we're gonna hold. And we actually did hold above there, which ended up forcing a massive rally to the upside. Okay. And then of course, each one of these points here is going to cause some sort of resistance. Here, 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 here. Right? Whenever you break one of these points, you kind of find a resistance on another. See that? We analyze it, we see that this one didn't do shit really. Hits some resistance there, comes down, boom, smashes it. Doesn't become really resistance anymore much. Goes up, comes down, another resistance level. This is support now, becomes support, right? And now it's kind of supporting it for a little bit more. Right now we're at the 4-hour 55 EMA. That's holding incredibly nicely right now. Okay. Broke above it, kind of supported there for a little bit, which is here. Fell below it. And of course we end up hitting this big resistance as predicted. Twice actually. So now we're trying to see if it's going to break above here. Above this particular resistance. And time will tell. But first of all, we have to take a look at this on the macro picture, on the very big picture to see how it's trending. The month is looking pretty decent in my opinion. Okay. It's looking all right. Can't really tell too much, but we're still staying above the 8 EMA. Okay, we're still staying above the 21 EMA as well. The 2-week though is bearish. I don't like that, but of course we can easily get, these are lagging indicators, so we can still get a curve around to be bullish if we're gearing up for the next run. For the weekly, we're staying above the 55 EMA, which is extremely important. Not only are we staying above the 55 EMA, but this one here came down. Okay, you have to see like that. It comes down, goes up, and then it comes down here, and it makes this support right there. Okay, makes that support right there where you can call this an equivalent to a tweezer pair combination, where there are 2 consecutive candles that end up landing near the same support level for the wicks, where the wick and the wicks are roughly equivalent. And the body is roughly equivalent too. So that's a tweezer basically. And that worked out really well here for 2 weeks. So the 2-week 55 EMA is still on the downtrend for the MACD, but it is being supported above the 55 EMA right now. On the 4-day, we ended up supporting there, as mentioned, lots of wick combinations, which is really powerful. And then we end up spiking back up above the 55 EMA. See, we're seeing the possible crossover going to the upside, right? The 2-day finishes in 21 hours and it's actually crossing to the upside. The daily has already crossed over. So now we're going to see if it's going to hold roughly where we are right now to possibly get a bounce to the upside. So we're finding huge resistance at the 200 EMA specifically. See, that's where this resistance is. It's gonna try its best to break it, but you know, right now it's getting pretty tough to break. We found some support earlier, right there on December the 26th, which is 2 days ago, right around the 200 EMA, whatever you want to call it, the 55 EMA of the 4-hour, and then we end up bouncing tremendously. But is it going to happen again? So it's a very confusing count for the longer term right now. I'm unable to tell if this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and that's literally an ABC in there, or like if that were the possible count there for this rally, what we would do is we would say that we would take a fib extension, and that does great. Okay, this does great, where this is now 1, 2, 3, 4 is literally perfect. Okay, 4 is right above the wave 1 territory, does slightly above 1-to-1. So wave 5, wave 3 does slightly above 1-to-1. Wave 5 does slightly above 1618. So it's literally what you would call a perfect wave. And then this one here could be an ABC. It could be an ABC that's truncated, making a flat. That would be the perfect, ideal wave to go to the upside, in my opinion. It's a hard count, though, I have to admit. Extremely hard count. It'd have to be something like 1, 2, 3... Sorry, 1. Wow, this is a really difficult count. I'm not even able to count it. I can't really subdivide it. It'd have to be probably... Let me just double check here. I couldn't even tell you. It would be kind of like a leading first wave diagonal of some sort, where this is the like that, like literally something like that. This literally makes a leading first wave diagonal, where this goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can see that diagonal in there. And then this one makes the ABC going to the upside. If this were to count, it would make a lot of sense. This would go 1, 2, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4 above 1. Oh, sorry, did that again. 1, 2, something like that, 3, 4, that's 5. A, B, C in there. And then we end up getting the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No matter what anybody says, this is not divisible into 5 waves. It's only divisible into 3s. 1, 2, 3. So it must be a B, in my opinion, of some sort. So I'm leading to believe that this rally is, like, we already retraced roughly to 2, 3, 6. It's hard to see because I make it dim on purpose. But you see kind of the 382 Fibonacci region, which we have now officially reached. So I'm led to believe right now that Bitcoin could be making a run soon. So we clear all that out. What we're basically getting is, this is now 1, ABC. This could be 2. It really could be right now, because of how high the B went. And that's absolutely possible. Right? So we're going to basically get a third wave somewhere if this is bullish. Okay, so we're going to assume at least a 1-to-1 extension. Right? Assume at least a 1-to-1 extension. So somewhere up there to 56K. Now, I don't know what this is. Okay, I don't know what this whole drop is. This is a very confusing count. But what I do know is that after a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, doesn't matter, right? There's going to be an ABC upwards. So this is the worst case scenario where there's literally another wave coming down. But what I do know is that for this structure, the A up, okay, the A upwards there, there's going to be 5 waves, which we were able to count already in the impulse. And then there's the B down, which I've counted, which means that there's a C going to the upside. Okay, there's a C going to the upside, which also means that C is, I would consider an impulse wave. Okay, or if it's not an ABC corrective wave up, then maybe it is an actual impulse wave. Either way, wave C and wave 3 should be equivalent. Therefore, the rally is another wave to the upside. That's how I'm seeing it. But if it drops below here, then I'm wrong. And then the C is simply just going to go lower. Okay? And the C is simply going to go lower. And I'm going to probably target down to the lower region. Like, I don't know why the B got so high. Probably going to target down over here. Maybe in these... Actually, it seems like this is just such a heavy support area right now. It could be anywhere between here. That's quite a range. all the way down to the golden ratio, I'd say. So this range is about 3%. Either way, I think we're getting very close to a bottom where the next impulse wave will attempt to go to the upside. So these are my thoughts on Bitcoin right now, and the video is getting kind of long. So as it stands right now, I don't know if Bitcoin broke out of that channel yet that I was talking about earlier. It might be breaking down further, who knows. Gotta really wait and see. So Bitcoin didn't quite break out of there yet. No, it did not at all. It's trying. That I can guarantee that's trying right now. And we can all see that right here. So this is the best way to draw it. I'm getting everything nicely. Okay. It broke out of the channel, tried to go back in, and does not go back in. Now it's really attempting to push to the upside above even the 1 minute 55 EMA, which it hasn't been able to stay above since $51,200. I'm still watching Atom as well for a possible break to the upside. I'm not in any position quite yet, but I want to tell everybody that the RSI here is literally at 11, so there must be a bounce sometime soon. It's either that or major capitulation, and we just get a huge drop. 8 hours at the 200. The 1 hour is coming close to the 200 EMA. Lots of red candles throughout. So this looks like it's really primed to rally very soon, just based on how it looks and based on my personal experience with the market. It's trying extremely hard to get above certain EMAs here. The volume is not picking up too much quite yet again, but overall it has picked up a lot. So I'm very optimistic that there goes Bitcoin. Optimistic that Bitcoin's gonna find support here for now, and then this drop took place over 8 hours. We might get a good support right above this 55 EMA on the 4 hour here, where this is ABC truncated, done. Next wave up. If we do get a wave up, 56,000 is my target, and the support levels that I predict if we drop further is going to be above $48,000. If we are above 48,000, we got a really strong chance to hit over $56,000. So those are my thoughts. Good luck with the trade. Once again, I'm on holidays until about January the 6th, where I'm just going to be heading to Belgrade, Serbia with my girlfriend. And we got some housework to do as well, so keeping busy. And for those that are interested in my Discord group, please click on the link below. Go to my Twitter here, participate in the $1,000 Ethereum giveaway. And it hasn't been opened in a very long time, so please do consider joining, because after January the 6th, I really don't think that I'm going to open signups for much longer than that. I'm probably not going to open it till March again, just because I don't like dealing with a lot of people, to be honest. I would keep it open 24 hours, like all the time, but I like to keep it small and intimate, just because I'm not spread too far thin. So anyways, have a great night. I apologize for making this video longer than normal, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye now.